Hello everybody and welcome to the Elite Dangerous live stream. We are back from PAX, but while you can take the live stream out of PAX, you can't take the Sandy out of the live stream. Unfortunately, Sandy is here to stay. That's not true. Of course, we are absolutely honoured to be joined here by Sandy Samarco tonight, lead designer on Elite Dangerous. Sandy is going to be answering lots of questions that have come from a very specific thread. We have to say right up front, a big thank you to Alex Brentnall again for putting together this thread and organising all of the questions into a very readable format for Sandy and the guys over there as well. I must say thank you to the dev team. We've all been sitting around looking through the questions and helping you out, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
It's not all on Sandy, it has to be said.
No,
a lot of
they've been brilliant.
Of course, all the decisions and the design decisions are not made by Sandy on his own. So one, do not. If Sandy has to become Sandro No Samarco tonight, it's not all his fault. So be nice to Sandy. Put some ghosts in the chat for Sandy, please. Samar Ghost.
Samar Ghost.
Yeah, that's a new one.
I like it.
It's constant.
Orange Spark, well done. It's an excellent pun.
Sandy is going to answer as many questions as he possibly can tonight, and I don't mean that in a challenge. I mean that in it's hard to answer these questions, right?
Sorry, Ian Phillips and Philip Coots. No, it isn't. It's not Loach. It's Zorse.
It's Zorse.
Space
it's the
Zorse.
The Space Zorse is here today. Well, that's great. And at PAX, you did a fantastic job. I think you answered 119 questions.
My voice gave out, unfortunately.
I'm not sure that you'll be able to answer as many today.
No, we'll get through as many as I can.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to play in the beta again, and maybe if you want to join in, I'm going to try out some of the beta features. I'm going to try jumping into some multi-crews. I'm going to try and have a bit of silly fun on my own in the background while this is happening. Perhaps we'll try and get some questions from the chat as well, if possible. But mainly it's going to be from this thread, because that's where we specifically asked for questions. Okay?
Why do
He's
I look
enjoying
drunk?
himself too much.
I just want to point out, I'm not drunk. The ruddiness of my cheeks, I'm not quite sure what's causing that.
You look healthy. I think it's just that you look slightly healthier than you do on the... Well, what happened was, as you can see, I'm sort of sparkling slightly.
Wow, you're like digital, man.
Yeah, because...
digital egg.
Because I am digital. We've got new technology where I'm just a digital projection. I'm trying to be focused and get on with things.
Sorry, yeah, okay, that's my fault.
And you're all like, what are you doing?
I just saw my face and it was like, ugh.
So, look, I'm trying to get us steer us on track. All right, so I'm going to play in the background, join some multi-crews. Hello, everybody, and thank you all for joining. You're all absolutely wonderful. Basically, so I had to adjust the settings because I wore a green T-shirt by accident. So I'm sorry about that.
Have I got any see-through bits? Yes! I've got see-through bits.
See-through. Oh,
I am see-through, man!
Well, you're partially see-through.
I love it. I've lost weight. I need to lose weight.
So, no, what, again?
Well,
let's
stay on track, Ed. Come on.
So, last time when we were at PAX, you lost your voice.
I did lose
so many. We made sure that you took a few breaks, and we were actually complimented for the fact that I made you take breaks. So I'm going to do the same again
after me. Yeah.
So tonight I've got you a glass of water here, full pint of water for Sandy. There you go. Take that pint of water, and also every now and again we're going to stop for a custard cream break.
Oh wow!
Do you like
now you're talking.
Creams?
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad. See, I knew that.
The biscuits.
I knew that he likes anything sweet. So we got some custard creams ready, family size. We're not going to go through all of them, but every now and again we're going to force Sandy to have a custard cream break. I have also put together a selection of things that you like. And I've not told you about this.
No, you haven't. You literally haven't told me about this.
That we'll bring up on screen just every now and again to give you a little refresher. So a little pause.
I'm liking this.
Show you something that you like. You can look at it and it'll make you feel better about yourself. And then you can carry on answering the questions.
So you're telling me you know what I like and you found it.
I know what you like.
Wow.
Not like that.
You've just been watching me.
Everything PG.
Okay.
All
well,
right.
I am PG.
So, everybody, the forum thread is where Gosrick has just posted it. This is the forum thread that people have been posting questions in. Did you have a nice time at PAX really quickly?
PAX was awesome. Big shout out to the streamers ambassadors. You guys were great.
Yeah, it was lovely. And it was really nice to meet a lot of the people in person as well at Frontier Meet. Thank you very much for you guys. Were absolutely awesome.
Broadcast
really
represent.
Awesome.
Absolutely.
Hey, Josh
Raw oysters for the win, maybe.
Oh, and if you haven't seen it already as well, Broadcast, Josh Hawkins, I give you permission to post your link, if you're able to, the link to your vlog, which is very funny, and a good indication of the time that the ambassadors had, at least. Lots of drinking and things like that. And,
couldn't possibly comment.
Well, the drink, we like the ambassadors and the devs. Like, me, I was in bed, and honestly, genuinely, 1 drink per night, and in bed at 10 o'clock.
It's impressive. I wasn't that.
It's because I need to... Because I need to be on it.
I maintain composure.
I know. All right, let's answer some questions.
Yeah.
Let's answer some questions. Jump in.
Right, okay, so-
And again, remember, Sandy's going to sort of just reel things off.
I'm gonna try
just
to.
going to play some Elite Dangerous as a little bit of a backdrop and make sure that Sandy doesn't fall over. And don't worry about that.
Have they seen it though?
Yeah, go on. I don't know why it's there. It just somebody left it on the table on the desk.
Just point that out. That's on the desk.
It just we
That's
work in a video
got in
game
my
studio.
stride.
This is the kind of thing that
Woo! Okay.
gets left around.
It's the truth.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're ready. Are we ready?
We are ready.
Right, okay, so again, standard caveats. I would apologise beforehand for if I end up saying, not sure, don't know, need to find out, can't comment. That's just the nature of, that is the nature, unfortunately, of development. But I'll try and be as straightforward and as quick as possible. So again, Alex Brentnell, thank you very much for this.
Yeah.
We're going to start at the top of the list that I saw. And let's get going. So, on ship naming, Guayer, forum and QA thread. Any chance for nameplates without any additional decorations, only text? I think there probably is a nameplate already that's just text. However, you will need to pay for all nameplates. Yeah, there are no free nameplates. Olaf Olafsson says, will ship nameplates be store-only items, or will some come as standard? So at the moment they're store-only. In the future, who knows? It's not completely unreasonable to consider them as rewards, but for now they're store-only. A free-flying soul asks, given that we now have ship IDs, will our call signs change according to the ship ID instead of commander name? Could this option be added? Well, it's not at the moment, but it is something that we have been looking into. So, without giving any ETAs or guarantees, it's something that we would like to do. Team Audio are very keen on it, and it's a cool idea.
No ETAs, no guarantees.
But yes, absolutely. So, Chaocraft says, is it true that the only way for your ship name to show up under another person's scan is if you've purchased a nameplate from the cat's shop? Yes. If yes, does this mean that DDF discussions around ship-specific bounties, ship reputation, etc. are no longer valid? They've kind of not been valid for a little while. That back in the DDF, that was one of the options we were exploring. At the moment, the way the game works is that reputation bounties, they're tied to commanders, not to ships. It's not that that's a bad idea to tie them to ships, but it's not the way we decided to go in the end. So, updated comms panel. So Robert Maynard, hello Robert, says, given the comments about the block player feature in the stream, the 16th to the 2nd stream, 27, has the actual blocking method changed, or simply the method by which players block other players? Only the way that you access it has changed. The what happens as part of the block procedure is not changed. Stinjar, great name. Will the block feature be available on the main menu search function so we don't have to instance with them to block them? I don't think anything's changing at all on the main menu, so if that wasn't there currently, which has eluded me, I don't think it's any different. Apologies if I've got that wrong. You'd have to kind of post on forums or private message me and I'll look into it more. Aramis says, have there been any discussions around the comms panel colours? For example, direct messages are easy to miss between the frequent and almost identical looking fighter pilot messages. Well, the panel itself, the comms panel, has been tweaked. It's going, if it's not gone live in the current beta, it's going live in the next update, I believe. So a lot of all the feedback, the UI guys have been looking at the feedback, and they have been making changes. Yeah.
No, just looking at my comms panel there. Look.
Oh right, yeah. Wow, some people coming online.
Something's happened.
Yeah, that's true.
We're playing a beta.
Hey, it's beta. So look. I look forward to seeing people's reactions to that. The camera. Commander Elvintree says, will there be an option to have the HUD start as hidden on the camera mode instead of visible, so we go straight into filming with no HUD to make a smoother transition for videos? It's a lovely idea. It's not at the moment, but it is the kind of thing where if we do get time to finesse, it could be an interesting. I would imagine that we want to have that as an option, because you wouldn't want to just change it like that. So it was like that for everyone. But it's a good idea. Corky 1970 says, I don't know why I said it like that. Will planet-based camera limit be extended to 2,500 metres rather than 250 metres? Unfortunately, probably not. So that there is a very important reason why the camera has a limit to the distance it can go on planets, and it's to do with the physical representation and nav mesh, the physics mesh of planets. Once you start getting a certain distance beyond the ship, then they will stop matching up, and it doesn't look so good. Of course, you never see this when you're in a vehicle, but when you've got a camera that can detach, that's what happens. So I don't think that's going to change anytime soon. And Tresh on the forum says, can we please have that big nasty bounding cube removed in favour of the normal ship collision mesh so we can get the camera close to ships. Not at the moment. Again, nothing wrong with that. It's a very valid question. I think it's probably non-trivial in terms of technical reasons as why we've got the current nice simple big bounding box. But it's an understandable question. So who knows in the future. Commander Elventree again says, has any thought been given to a store view function so we can quickly stop so we can quickly swap between specific camera and a normal camera instead of resetting the camera for each time we activate deactivate? There are no plans at the moment. This is not impossible. Again, it would fall under a pass, a finesse pass from the camera suite.
That was a very fast drop from Super Cruise. It was, wasn't it?
Well, that's good.
This is very smooth. It's running everything's running very smoothly. I like this.
Don't box
Sorry.
it. Yeah. Commander Elventree also says recently the ability to use external camera during hyperspace has been removed by debugging the camera suite. Is there a reason for this? Can we expect a return of the functionality?
Coming in hot.
Because hyperspace from the cockpit looks awesome. Unfortunately, it was never kind of meant to be available in the first place, I believe. So it's unlikely to go back. It's very easy to make things look rather messed up with that camera, with the camera view during the hyperspace transition tunnel. So I don't think so. Although this isn't more of an art issue, so is that out of my remit? So I wouldn't say never. Megaships. Schlack says, what relevance will the new dockable megaships have for the background simulation? New markets, mission locations, faction-specific tasks, etc. Yeah, so they have an effect on population as well, actually, I believe. But new markets, potentially missions, yes. Basically, we need to treat the megaships as their stepping stones to potentially a brighter future. There is some gameplay with them already. They do have markets. There are some. I believe there are some missions. But the really good thing about them, other than the fact they look awesome as well and they're great to fly around, is that they represent, along with asteroid bases and some other locations, stepping stones to better things in the future, which I don't want to talk about at the moment. Wow.
Adam Woods Cyborg.
That's like albino.
Albino Adam Woods.
He is very light.
I'm going to go for...
Vasius says, with megaships being dockable, will capital ships become dockable too at some stage? I think it's actually a little bit, and again, this is with me, my naive view. I'm not involved in the art. I have a feeling that it's possibly that might not happen because of scale, but that's not to say that there wouldn't be mega ships in the future for the Federation and the Empire, the Alliance, whatever. So not at the moment, though. Anyway, that's for sure. Captain Davep says, can mega ships be attacked, or are they invulnerable like starports? At the moment, they're invulnerable, but watch this space. Rumpy Doppelganger, I like that. How important do Frontier see megaships in the future gameplay of Elite? We see lots of possibilities, so yeah, we do see them as quite important. That's why we kind of pop them in. So that's hopefully pretty good.
Sunday, I have a question.
Yes.
Why am I not able to join another ship here? Is it because there's no ships are available? That seems unrealistic to me.
Bounty hunting, piracy, and you click on it, anything happens?
I think it says no ships available.
Well, no ships are available.
Sure.
This is, remember,
everybody
it's the beta, yeah?
Yeah.
So the thing about the beta is it is limited access. So it's probably that at this particular moment in time, everyone just said, heads on.
Well, they're probably watching this instead. If you want me to join a ship, please do open up, and I will come along and say hello.
That's true, and I will try and
upon your ship with you.
Questions on the stream if I get a chance as well.
Hunting. It's working now.
What was that? Okay, so yeah, so asteroid bases. Voyak says, will there be any ice asteroid bases? Nothing to announce at the moment. Lateralist says...
Colorix is mentioning that it might be a bug from Beta 3 as well. Okay.
It could be that as well, yes.
I broke it. Fair enough.
Will there be pirate stroke outlaw focused asteroid bases with pirate holograms, or will there always be extraction mining themed? But again, nothing to announce at the moment. It clearly is a possibility. But no ETAs, no guarantees. So, general questions, bugs and balances. Again, thank you, Alex Brendel, for compiling this. It's really, really helpful. Many people have said, apparently, on previous live stream chats, what features of 2.3 are passed on to non-Horizons owners? I believe ship naming, there's some mission stuff with chain missions and other mission improvements that we might not have talked about yet, that might be under the hood. There's mega ships, asteroid bases, ship balancing, the camera suite, so there's an awful lot that is actually for non-Horizons players. However, if you would like to support the game, Horizons is the full-fat version of Elite, so I would recommend investigating it. It's pretty cool.
That's really
I think
cool. This is
Um,
awesome, by the way. This cockpit is so cool.
it is. Oh, which one? That's one of the Lakon ones, isn't it? It's
Yeah.
lovely. Yeah. Is that the Type 9?
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
The HMS Battle Cow.
Oh, it's
Interesting.
really cool.
Olivia Vespara, and Dr. Kai, sorry, on Discord say,
Okay.
will there be the possibility of helm control in multi-crew? This is huge for explorers who want to share some of their journey. With no control, rewards, tags, etc. All there is for crew members to do is stare at the sites which don't feel involved. There will be little difference between joining a ship in the Vale Nebula to watching a video of someone in the Vale Nebula, even if this requires special sign-off by the ship owner to take full responsibility for any mishaps. And then Tengri in the forum says, is there a possibility that at some point multi-crew will be extended to full functionality, with two plus players having full access to helm cooperative missions? Right, so at the moment, no. There are some, I'm fairly confident actually, there are some very non-trivial technical issues involved with ship ownership and multi-crew. Obviously nothing really is insurmountable given time and resources, but I think what we'll do at the moment is, and also at the moment, the way that we focus multi-crew is on a very much immediate access, drop in, drop out, bit of cool action. That's not to say that in the future things might change. So I really can't say anything more than that at the moment. What we really want is we want to see how multi-crew beds in. We want to see. It's like you've got like.
It's Commander Payne.
He looks like the dude from Breaking Bad a little bit.
Oh, well, we've got Walter White with us.
We've got Walter White, we've got Cranston Pickles. Sorry, I lost my train of thought there.
Sorry.
So we want to see how it beds in, and so I don't want to rule anything out. But at the moment, there are no plans. I understand the potential coolness, but I think part of the exploration issue would be it's because you can hollow meet massive distances. The concept of exploring as it stands currently, it wouldn't be very useful. You'd just be kind of exploiting monetary gains or exploration gains because you don't do the work which is getting there. Now that's not to say if, for example, in the future exploration was overhauled and there were more procedures during exploration, then of course multi-crew would take on a very different aspect potentially, because there will be things that the crew could do whilst you're exploring. So.
When you're done with that question, it's time to take a small break.
It's
just a short Sandy Comfort break. We're going to get as many questions as possible. So thank you very much. We've been on for 18 minutes. You've been answering questions for about 15.
Okay, cool.
So
sorry, I messed up.
Time for a sip of water. Have you finished that question?
Yeah. So I hope that answers the question. I hope it kind of puts our stamp on where we stand clearer.
While you're quickly eating this custard cream and having a sip of water.
Look at that lovely green chip you've got there.
It's lovely, isn't it? I just want to remind people as well. I was having a conversation earlier with people on, not a conversation but a forum post put out earlier about something that Adam Woods mentioned with multi-crew and things that were different when we talked about them back in the day to how things have changed now. And it was quite a simple answer that game development is very complicated. We never mean anything to like throw people off or cause concern. We always just want to share things because we like sharing things, right? We want to be as transparent as we possibly can, and with your respect, you guys here in the chat and all of you lovely, awesome people in the chat, we love sharing things with you, and we love being as transparent as we possibly can be. And your continued respect, and I hope you understand what I mean by that, and an understanding that things do change means that we can carry on talking to you and telling you these kinds of things. Because, I can say this in a bit more of an off-the-record kind of way, even though I know I'm on a live stream, but it could potentially become scary for us to say anything at all if we're going to be constant, and it's not negative. I think
we have to be careful, because if things are taken out of context, which they can be,
but it's not out of context. Adam said those things because he thought that was what the direction we were going in at the time.
So I think anyone that's seen any of the live streams when I do QAs, I'm pretty rubbish at lying or spinning. So what you get is more or less the truth, and that's the way we like it.
That's the idea. That's the way we like it. We want to continue doing that, and so we're always going to be as transparent as we possibly can. And I hope that you understand that. I know that I do understand the way people want more details on how these things are, but development changes. It's very complicated, and whether it was for gameplay reasons or technical reasons,
all sorts of reasons.
Unfortunately, it couldn't be the way that it was when Adam described it back then. However, he truly believed that was the way it was in design documents and the way we were talking about it. It was super early, wasn't it? We were talking about it so early on. And it wasn't that we then changed it afterwards and deleted stuff.
They were actually, the designs did start at that direction, and then it just kind of transmogrified as it does. Having said that, that's anyone. So that answer I just gave, I think also it's worth noting
that's why I brought it up then.
It's not. It's again with Elite. One of the joys of working on it at the moment is nothing's ever potentially locked off. So Multicrew is what it is at the moment. Exploration is what it is at the moment. That's not to say in the future we won't go back and look at it, because we've done that in the past. Who knows? You know, we as long as we can keep getting support for this game, we'll keep working on it, which is awesome.
Thank you, everybody, for being understanding, being awesome. So,
right, let's get back to it.
On that note, no, we can't get back to it just yet.
Because you're about to crash into some asteroids.
No, more that I'm about to do the first image. Things that you like, Sandy, things that Sandy likes, just to keep you happy, keep you excited. The first thing that you like is Fritz Cola.
I was about to do a terrible accent then.
How do you feel about Fritz Cola? Does that make you feel
I'm
better?
feeling good.
You like
That's
Fritz
bringing
Cola?
back warm memories from Gamescom.
Well, and that makes you feel good, right?
Respect to everyone who I met at Gamescom.
Well,
it was
carry
awesome.
on answering questions.
Look at that, Fritz.
See, look, I've cheered him up just by showing him a picture of Fritz Cola.
Because you don't understand the power of Fritz.
I do
Fritz
understand the
Hamburg.
power of
It's
Fritz Cola, clearly.
Right, okay, so let's get back to it then. So Morwell on Reddit says, will there be any improvements to multi-crew server disconnects, or can those issues even be addressed? It's an ongoing process. I know it's really annoying and we keep saying this, but we do have people, really clever people, just working all the time on networking and issues. You've got to put that also in context with, especially with peer-to-peer. Unfortunately, sometimes some people do have connections that aren't maybe as solid as the game would like, so that sometimes some of the disconnects can be outside of the game's remit. But we are always looking at them, and we always want to improve the situation as best we can. Dacron Nova asks, will there be further graphical downgrades as part of 2.3? Really? like I'll go back to my list and say, these lists of downgrades have been completed, let's add some more. It's not our intention. I'm not even sure what the downgrades you're referring to. We definitely have lots of optimizations every time we do updates that make the game in general run better, which is why, even though it's more complex than ever, it still looks very pretty, but no. Schlack on the forum says, what, if any, background sim tweaks, changes are there coming to 2.3? It's being looked at. I think there's a balancing pass going on right now, but I don't know how much of that or what might get into 2.3. A lot of the background simulation changes, because they're done server side, they're not locked into the updates, the client release, because they're client releases, and some of the background simulation changes can be just done when we need to do them. So I've got nothing to announce at the moment, but the background simulation is being looked at. And Schlack also asked, will the background simulation pass over the missions mooted in the December dev update live stream be conducted for 2.3? Again, it's an ongoing process. I did talk to Adam today, and he's looking at stuff, but he's been on holiday, and it's not something that just gets done for 2.3. And like I say, it doesn't need to sometimes. Sensei 25 says, will the surface economy types be represented within the Galaxy map? Is there a plan to enhance that? Oh, I can't remember. On that one, I you know what? I've forgotten. I will have to maybe look up on that one.
There you go.
So, sorry. Commander Often says, how will mining turrets work without a gunner, as asteroids cannot be targeted? Any way of linking these so they can target prospector tagged rocks? It's a great idea, actually. It's a good idea. I believe you can set them to fire forward though, and just shoot in front of you like normal mining lasers. Please correct me if I'm wrong. I'm a little bit frazzled, but I think that's what you can do. Osric says, hello Osric. Any response to the allocation of engineer grades throughout the unlock tree discussed somewhere in a link? Grade 5 is behind a tier 2 engineer. There is a tier 3 engineer with only access to grade 3. Discovery scanners with engineers that have nothing to do with exploration. I'm told that there has been a parts on this. It may even be live. I don't know. It's definitely it has been looked at, or is being looked at. Because I was talking to Steve Kirby just earlier on, so I'm not quite sure when that's gonna if that's dropping live. But yeah, we are hoping to get that sorted out, so it's a bit nicer. Commander Mad Raptor says, was the spoiled distress call USS planned to be in beta, or an accidental slip intended for live release? Is there more to the spoiled stuff that's bigger and better coming in 2.3 for us to look forward to? No comment. So like I said about that. No comment to all of it, in fact. W. Stevenson
1,000 credits.
says, why are new CQC asset-derived locations being added in 2.3 without adding related gameplay. Well, they do have gameplay in them. They don't have CQC gameplay, but there are ship encounters. Some of them, I believe, have turrets that you can disable. And again, like mega ships, they represent a building block, an early building block, but a building block nonetheless. So kind of watch this space. W. Stevenson again says, oh no, sorry, Eam5 says, will 2.3 bring better outfitting and a bigger shipyard to Colonia? How about as a power for the Palladium CG a few months back? Well, talk to Steve. There has been a power for the Palladium CG. I've forgotten what it is, but apparently there has been one. But a bigger shipyard for Colonia, better outfitting. It would be fair to say that we're investigating ways that might happen, but with nothing to add at the moment. And DYNA Diner says, or DYNA says, why will the increase in expiration data value not be applied retroactively to players currently holding unsold data? I believe there are technical reasons. I don't think so. So I don't think that's going to happen. I do understand. I do commiserate if you've just been all the way around the galaxy and you have a vast amount of credits in vouchers waiting to be handed in. But I believe there are technical reasons why we don't want to do that. Bugs. Sorry. Let's see. Are there any questions? Sandy, will there be space whales or anything of the like? Says Ignatius Riley. I would love there to be space whales. I can't possibly comment though. So no at the moment.
I was going to say,
yeah,
that's got to be a bit more of a definitive no to space whales.
I think space whales are probably real.
Sure, yeah.
I think science could prove them if science would take a chance. Slide Glider 2 on the Amiga had space whales.
Just believes.
Where's the communication note? Any other questions quickly on the chat? I'm still repping Boston, says Eric Hendrickson. You bet. You bet. Boston, kid. It was
great, wasn't it?
It was awesome.
Shame you didn't get to spend that much time to explore the city, really.
No, but I didn't
in
into
the
it.
Convention centre.
Absolutely, with some awesome people.
Yeah.
Where is the Dredger? I'm not going to tell you. What version will I be able to play in the PlayStation 4? When the PlayStation 4 version is released, you'll be playing the
same one.
Full fat 2.3 and then 2.4 version, so it will be in lockstep. Space Whales have not been confirmed. Space Lurchers have not been confirmed. Sorry, I wish they were. If science would take a chance. Yeah, okay. Did I actually just say that? I probably did. Can we get an official Space Lurch plushie? How cool would that be? No, sorry, we can't. Oh. But it would be awesome. Yeah. More hairstyles or facial features coming. I would like to think that we will get more, but we've never announced.
Absolutely, yeah. Nothing to announce just yet, but
a release date from Cameron Bodat for PlayStation 4. Hopefully sometime later this year. Unfortunately, that's all you're going to get out of us at the moment.
Wait, what's the question? Sorry.
Release launch date for PlayStation 4.
Well, we said Q2 still, and we're still
quarter. Okay, wow, that's more precise than I was giving out.
Yep.
And the Type 9 is. Oh, there's some. I missed that. Sorry. Something Type 9 battles. Iron Cow Type 9 will be good.
I'm having a really nice time lapping up a load of bounties.
You're lapping like having got the creams.
I don't have to do any of the flying. I just point the gun and I do the shooting. I have a nice time with it.
A question from Grace is, are you angry the location has been found? Do I look angry? No, I'm not angry. How is atmospheric landing coming? No comment. Oh God, faster SRVs. What do you want to do? Lose 50% when hitting a pebble? That's just a bit mean. And you don't always lose 50%. Sometimes it's 20%, sometimes it's 80%, sometimes it's none. Depends how fast you hit it, really.
Okay, when you finish this segment, remember we've only got half an hour left. Unfortunately, we do have to keep it to.
Okay, yeah. No, so
I have to say we're limited on time.
That's true. Let me get back to it.
Before you do, very quickly. Yeah. I've said we're limited on time, but before you do that, quickly, let's have a look at the next thing because it's now past.
Okay, let's do it.
The next thing is what's that? It's America.
Oh my goodness!
You really like America,
America,
don't you?
please
That's
adopt
just a beautiful American.
I've not been there as well, which makes it even worse. It makes it even better. I want it so bad.
There you go. And that's that. You like America.
Shout out to America. I love America. I'm out of the UK as well.
Sip of water, please, Sandy.
I've just had one.
Good.
That's okay.
Questions, go.
Right, okay, go.
Did America make you feel better?
America always makes me feel better.
Yeah, all right, good.
Right, bugs, bounce issues, blah, 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 blah. Daplianen says, has the fighter launch with random hull fuel been resolved? I believe we're looking at it. I don't know if I'm not entirely sure if it's fixed yet, but we were looking at it. DJ Arglex. Will the ship launch fighter be launched with damage be fixed in 2.3? We're also looking at that. Will it be possible to get a slight buff to the fighter hulls? Maybe. The problem with fighters is that if we buff their hulls, they will be significantly. They will be horrendously powerful because they do an enormous amount of damage. We have some ideas for the future, but nothing to talk about right now. They are glass cannons, and they sometimes do die very quickly. I do accept that. Although they're quite cheap. Tenchi says NPCs seem to pick up cargo cannons as soon as I drop into the USS. Will there be... Oh, where's that gone? Leaving me with nothing to salvage. Can this be toned down a bit to give players a chance to approach the cargo canisters? It's a really good question, and I'm going to look into that because maybe we can do something very trivially, maybe we can't, but I totally get your point on that one. Ultra Black Guy 4 on the forum says, are any NPC rebalances due or planned to make PvE more challenging, particularly combating common player tactics as reversing shields, shield cell banks, tanking? We have some thoughts. We do have a lot of levers. We haven't applied any of them yet. We have some thoughts, so nothing to announce at the moment. But yeah, we are looking at. Obviously, though, what we don't want to do is make it so that the NPCs in general get so good that everyone gets creamed, apart from the uber skilled players. There is a balance here. This game, we kind of want to make it for everyone. So we also need to be looking at things like opt-in challenges as well. It's not just everyone has to kind of suffer the same skill levels. Metallurgist, I can't say it, it's a great name. What do you think the effect of full bounty shares for wings will be on bounty hunting CGs, and how will this affect the competitiveness of lone wolves in bounty hunter CGs? I think it's clear to say that if you're a lone wolf and you're facing off against a group, it will be harder for you, but that's just kind of the way the cookie crumbles in this particular instance. We really want to, we like people playing in groups, especially when they're doing CGs. But we can also track CG targets and we can change them. So if it turns out that everyone starts doing group CG bounty hunting, for example, and it gets really, really easy, then obviously we can adjust the numbers as well. So, but fundamentally, lone wolves will have to work a bit harder. Magic Puncher. When I join another ship, I can't see the orbit lines. Option to turn them on and off isn't there. Bug or feature? Probably a bug. I'll put that in as a bug and then we can look at it. I don't think it's a feature. Jump on your dump. Okay.
You know, jump on your dump, yeah. Jump on your dump.
That's a great name. Why does the Python with a hull mass of 350 tons have a mass lock factor of 17 and a Type 9 with a mass lock factor of 16 with a hull mass of 1,000 tons and much bigger dimensions? Have you been looking in the files again? Will this be rebalanced? Yeah, it probably should be, and that will go onto the list. The Type 9 should be able to mass lock more effectively. Not that it needs to, but yes. Henry 1490, although no ETA guarantee on when it's going to happen. And if it will happen, but we want it to happen. I want it to happen. Henry 1491 says, is anything be done to fix the texture dropping on stars at the end of which base? Well, entry into the system. If it's a bug, and I'm sure it sounds like a bug, if it's been reported, then we'll be getting to it as much as we can. I can't comment on how fixable some of these things are. Kind of a little bit out of my remit, but as long as it's been reported is the main thing. Dernis says, any reduction in the hull repair cost now that shields on big ships are reduced, so HUD is more of a factor? No. So, not at the moment. The reason that we're saying no is that we still think that large ships have an amazing ability to make money, an incredible ability to make money that normally dwarfs the smaller ships. So, at the moment, you're kind of going to have to bite it a little bit and see how it goes. But, you know, it is a lever that we could change in the future if it turns out that we feel that it's gone a bit wrong. Carl5 says, Donald Trump class battlecruiser confirmed. I don't know where you get that from. That's scary. Frenox. That's how you say it, isn't it? The kind of fox person. That one. He's kind of well known. We like him. He's good balancing.
I don't. Frenox.
With the balancing being done to make hull more effective, will there be a balance pass to the price of the ship armour being in some cases incredibly expensive compared to the benefit of a whole package or two that gives more integrity? It's a really good point. Yeah, I'm sure at some point we may, if we get round to it. It's a low priority. I have to say that off the bat, but it is something that we could look at and we can tweak those numbers. Horsemick, base assault core data package has lost value by a factor of 100. Any chance of a rebalance so they are somewhere in the middle and still somewhat valuable? Yeah. I don't know the specifics on this one at the moment. My brain can't hold this. I would make sure, if you haven't already, submit that as a bug, because then we can look at it and we can work out whether it's on purpose. Code Monkeys on Reddit says, any planned fix for the issue with having too much cargo on your ship, preventing you from swapping until you've dumped enough? For example, when trying to purchase a new ship that doesn't have the capacity, could we outfit it and buy it in one go to meet the cargo requirements? It's unlikely that's going to happen anytime soon. Unfortunately, there's our UI is always under a lot of pressure because the game is so UI heavy, and also that's actually not a trivial thing to fix. I think it's quite a lot of strings that have to get pulled and changed for that to work. It's not a bad idea, don't get me wrong. It's just something unfortunately at the moment we'll have to live with, but there are bigger fish to fry. Quantumpian says on Reddit again, has the Anaconda bugged large deck hard points and doors been fixed? I don't know. As long as it's bugged, which I'm assuming it is, then hopefully at some point it will get fixed based on priority. Sphinx 2000 on the forum says, with the shield booster rebalance diminishing returns, have you considered instead removing or redesigning the engineer modification for shield boosters? No, not at the moment. The rebalance has been done with the engineers in mind, with their current recipes, blueprints. DNYI. What was the starting level for diminishing returns set so it affects non-Horizons and non-engineered ship users when the attempt was to counter stacked modifications? Yeah, that's a case of the way that we decided to kind of draw the curve, and it does mean that it can clip into at the very kind of edge. It can clip into non-Horizons players, but we think that overall it gives us the nicest curve, the nicest kind of scale that we want. Oh god, 6E. Jika, Captain Ijika. I don't know if I'm saying that right, I do apologise. Will the Colonia Bubble have its own ship crash sites in 2.3?
Have a look at this game.
It's awesome.
Look at it.
Tip-offs in Colonia region lead pilots to the old bubble system right now. So I've been told by Steve Kirby to say soon. TM.
Oh.
Exterminator says, any fix for keyboard and mouse flight not moving the pilot's right hand? Unfortunately, almost certainly it's in the list somewhere. It's unfortunately quite low priority. It's not that it's not important per se, but again we've got a lot of things on our plate at the moment. But make sure it's bugged, because I'm not quite sure if there is any kind of weird technical reasons why we didn't do it. There might be, but I'm not aware of any. Exploration and visuals.
Look at all this looks.
Joe2 on the forum says, since you're adding TRAPPIST-1 to the Galaxy is great, how about adding Cassiopeia A? I don't know, I'd have to talk to our resident kind of astrophysicist, astronomer types. I don't know the answer to that one, sorry, outside of my remit. He also asked, will Ramtar's scanner tech used to locate Guardian structures be extended to allow for faster location of other surface features, i.e. abandoned settlements? Again, maybe watch this space. With nothing announced at the moment. Okay. Elgard von Rhein. Will Star Colours in 2.3 continue to be based solely on spectral? That's terrible, isn't it?
I don't know what you're doing.
I love doing stupid accents.
I've
it's my kind of rubbish role-playing German accent I'm doing currently at the moment. So will Star Colours in 2.3 continue to be based solely on spectral type, or are there plans to vary it by temperature to make systems planets more varied? Right, I went straight to the horse's mouth. I talked to Ant Ross, one of our super clever, awesome dudes who does all this astrophysicist craziness. Apparently we already do take surface temperature into account, as well as Harvard and Yerkes classification in deciding star colour. Apparently we use a mixture of conventional colour based on the peak wavelength for that classification, and apparent colour taking into account the black body radiation of the star. I really know what I'm talking about right now. Calibrated and tried to give a balance between aesthetic and science. Without the blend of the more saturated conventional colour, it felt like Starlight was too desaturated for the game. Apparently the temperature-dependent aspect was already noted by some fans a while ago, some players, when they noticed the proto-stars changed colour in one update. There was an old bug for those classes where temperature was not taken into account. So, wow, that guy's awesome. Our clever guys are clever, basically. So yeah, we do take it into account, but it's part, I think what Ant's saying is it's also part of a blend, because we want it to be plausible and also make sure that it's as cool as possible. So thanks, Ant, for that. I hope I said that correctly. It makes greatest. I Sandy, and I know stuff. Yep, making me sound clever, Ant. I'm loving it. Red Fox says, can we get an update on the rough number of systems explored, visited by commanders? Not at the moment. I'm sure that data does exist somewhere, but whoa, I don't know. Akarana on the forum says, can we have the text from scanned visitor beacons written into the journal? It's a really good question. We are looking at ways. an interface changes for storing information like nice messages that we don't want the players to lose. So watch this space. Nothing to announce at the moment.
Sorry, I don't know.
It's still in the proto
every
phases.
bug, but I'm struggling to buy a Python.
What's it saying? Exchange the ship. You permanently use your ship.
Yeah.
Stand by. Please stand
That
by.
just kicks me back too.
It's because you're in the shin. You can't sell the shin.
You know,
Try exchanging it. I'm not sure. It could just be a strange
I think it's a strange
beta
bug.
thing.
No.
The dolphin's lovely. It does
I know,
that
but I
cool
can't
squealy
fight people in-
boost that clearly,
can't-
in my opinion, sounds a bit like a dolphin.
It's difficult for me to invite people into the ship.
Oh,
and
of
have a look
course,
at people
yeah.
on the ship.
Well, maybe restart the game. Have you tried turning it on and off again,
Yeah,
sir?
alright. Excuse
Right.
me.
Commander Mad Raptor on the forum says, can you provide a summary or any information around the number of organic structure types, and if it's possible, any hints to help us track ones down that haven't been seen before? No, sorry, I can't. We do feed in clues in various ways, but this isn't the channel that for that. So, but there are cool things to find. And also, Commander Mad Raptor says, fungal trees have been found. Are these tied to the Guardians? Are there other tree variants? Different plants to be found? Again, I've got a message from Steve there. No comment.
But it had to be a specific message from Steve to say no comment.
Well, I'm not saying anything. I'm not saying anything.
You're not, and neither is Steve.
No, exactly. We're saying nothing. Alex Brentnell says, confronting a statement as to the frameshift drive distance and their feelings on its state, as many are arguing that current 4.6 up to 4.6 increase, the base FSG jump is too little, and some saying it's too much. Well, possibly, if half saying it's too much, half saying it's too little, we've got it right, or we're displeasing everyone. In fairness, in all seriousness, we think it's not too bad at the moment. We've got the numbers, we're quite happy with them, we're enjoying seeing what goes on. Would we change them in the future? We always reserve the right. We know how delicate we have to be when we make changes to live build, but if something comes up that says, no, we kind of do need to change them, then we would, but we're kind of happy enough at the moment. Was that Steve? No, Kirby.
David Doss,
oh my God.
David Doss says, just ignore all the questions about if we're getting more ships, why don't you, lol? We're not ignoring any questions at all, but we have nothing to comment about.
Oh, right. Getting more ships, why don't you?
Nothing to comment on.
I couldn't, nothing. Zip town. Boxman.
We're not ignoring any questions.
Says, will there be options to add more complex routes, plotting routes, for example, via waypoints, or set up a loop route? There are no plans at the moment. That's actually quite. I think sometimes we all get a bit blasé about how difficult the Galaxy map is to maintain and use. It's a very complicated bit of software. There's nothing at the moment. It's not a bad idea. I'm not dissing the idea. Just nothing at the moment. Ramalf says, will there be option in the future to automatically adjust the route plotted after getting an FSD boost with the Neutron Star? Again, that'd be great. There are no plans at the moment, but it would be the kind of thing where if we did do changes, we would be looking at that.
Yeah, somebody's saying we've got cargo or limpets.
Oh, you might have cargo.
Materials, but I don't think I do.
Do you not?
No.
Where's your cargo?
Nothing.
Oh.
No material. That's all I've got. So.
I have no idea.
Yeah.
I have no idea. Diagbar
I don't think I have any
says,
passengers.
any plans to allow faster Super Cruise travel within systems? It's interestingly, nothing to announce at the moment, but we have talked about this at great length in the office, and we've considered various things to do with different speeds, maybe even different speeds between ships. There are some interesting possibilities, but no plans at the moment. But we're never going to close. We never keep that door completely closed, just in case. Any plans for future galaxies such as Andromeda? Let's just deal with the Milky Way first of all. It's pretty big.
Such as Andromeda.
Stellar Forge can do other galaxies. I mean, it could. I'm sure it could do Andromeda, but you know what? Let's take a rain check on that one. Okay.
Yeah, currently. We'll wait.
Vasendak says, any comments on the tons of new ideas that Tokuso has put together? I've seen various posts from Tokuso, but for the purposes of the stream, you'd need to be quite a bit more precise. We don't want to favourite. We like ideas from everyone, and we always appreciate them. So please do send them in. Even when we don't respond, we do read. I personally lurk a lot more than I actually respond.
He's a lurker.
I'm a bit of a lurker. Cookie 1970 says, have you considered offering a combined advanced and detailed surface scanner in one unit with slightly greater cost in both units? I don't think it's completely impossible. We have considered combi modules. It would need some support to do. It may happen in the future, it may not. It's an interesting one, that is. There's some really interesting deep questions that we haven't come to conclusions on with it. Barking Mad, any timescale on when comets and accretion disks might appear in the game? No timescale. But I would love to see some accretion disks, personally. I think it would also be awesome. Another phenomena such as meteors. Yeah, it would be awesome. No time scale or anything like that at the moment. Though. What have I just confirmed?
No, you haven't confirmed.
The galaxy's pretty big. Pretty big. Yeah, confirmed. The galaxy's big. Barking mad. Any news on the Ori map? No news on the Ori map at the moment. Brunswick says, will telescopes ever come for explorers with basic discovery scanning at long range? Probably not telescopes, but that's like I said, not to say that we might not look at exploration in the future.
Did you just... What happened then?
Did it work?
Was it you that got a message?
I got a message, sorry. That's me being an Apple fanboy.
That's all right. I can't buy ships.
Have you got enough money?
Yeah, I've got loads. I've got tons, mate.
Oh, you cheated.
I've got a bit too many.
You got all the monies.
Maybe I've got too many. I can't buy new ships. It's making me sad.
Just restart the game or something.
I did.
Did you create a new character and give yourself lots of money? Can you do that in the beta? I can't remember.
I mean, I can, but it's going to take me a couple of minutes.
Well, I've got questions to answer. So that's all good. Right, Brunswicker again says, any news on microjumps between the stars in the system? Are these rejected, planned in development? Wow, they're kind of rejected at the moment, but these are perennial. This is a perennial. It comes up again and again. The real answer is we haven't come to a conclusion yet on whether we should do it. Hate me says, wow. Oh, hang on, sorry. Brunswick says, any chance of astronomical information for a selected planet under the info tab without having to go to the system map each time? Not at the moment. Information space on the interface is very, very precious. So it's quite some changes like that might seem quite simple. They're actually quite a lot of tinkering. Hate me says, any update on the multiple light sources for higher quality graphics settings? No update at the moment. Sorry.
Anybody is watching from QA, please note down that I couldn't buy a ship.
Delta MG, really you seem quite affronted by this actually.
I couldn't buy a ship. I wanted to buy a ship.
Wow, mass
ships. I want to buy a ship. I want to do a thing with ships.
Delta MG says, any plans to let
I know that people aren't really watching anyway, it's just background, but
any plans to let players store tourist beacon obelisk data in game on the journal so we can refer back to them? Yeah, I think I might have mentioned earlier that we're looking at ways to store certain bits of information that we think are nice for the player.
Quick water break, quick go. And item number 3 on things that Sandy likes to keep him cheered up and make sure that he feels happy about continuing. Quickly eat that as well, eat the rest of that. And item number 3 is, it's the Space Loach! Yes, your face is on there, but
mixed bag.
Well, the Space Loach is there. You like the Space Loach?
Where is the Space Loach?
I don't know where he is. Where is he?
He was in America.
He can stay over here if you want. He's in America? You did not leave America.
Well, last time he was spotted, he was in America.
Oh, no.
He had lots of encounters with various streamers and backers.
Yes.
And whatnot.
You must go. You must go. You must carry on. You must go.
I need water to wash the biscuit down.
Yes, good. Looking after you. Making sure that you're all right.
Right. Okay. Alex Brentnell says, was the increase to exploration payouts? Thank you. You're welcome. Will exploration ranks also rebalanced? Is this the second time exploration credits have gone up and yet the rank appears unchanged? Is this possibly due to down-ranking people if requirements are upped? Yeah, that is definitely part of it. We don't really like the concept of basically taking away rank. We will look at it. I'm not sure is the answer. I don't think we'll make any changes. If anything, possibly exploration is just a little bit slower than others anyway, so it might not be a problem, but we will look at it. Right. Who asks, will there be a trailer competition, given how successful the last one was and how good the 2.3 videos already are? I don't know, but I'd love to see one. Another trailer competition. I think that'd be a great idea with the new camera suite.
I'm sorry. I was concentrating the game.
I don't know what you were doing then. You were like, oh.
No, we absolutely are. We'll announce
really?
more details. Yeah, we're going to be doing when the game comes out for everybody, as in when 2.3 comes out for everybody, we'll be doing a big old competition, same like we did last time. Nice and open. Artists like Chris Gregory looking at it again for the winners and stuff, and our video editors will be taking a look at that as well. Nice long, good amount of time as well to get those submitted. Maybe a good old month for people to make some.
That's going to be amazing. I'm calling it right now.
Looking at the prize, yeah, I think so, and hopefully the prize will be as good as it was last time.
Okay, so Commander Nade says, now that you've moved the hollow images to the front end shader, could the same be done for general portraits and UI and ship skins, allowing us to adjust our RGB or HUD without distorting these images? It's an art question. The arcane nature of the interface to a layman like us, I don't know, is the real answer.
So come and join me in my ship.
Did it work?
I can't. I'm just logged into a different account.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
searching for a crew for exploration. Somebody come and join me.
Aussie
sorry,
Droid. Aussie Droid says, will there be any further updates of scaling of graphical settings beyond Ultra? Introduced at any point in the future? I don't know. Is the answer to that? Again, it's an art thing. So a lot of these questions now, I'm going to quickly whiz through them because most of them are out of my remit, so you're going to get a lot of, I have no idea, I might ask, but I do apologise, but unfortunately I only mess up design, I don't mess up the other areas as well. Tenchi says, will VR motion controller technology be put into the game in any way? For example, in the system apps, we've got nothing to announce at the moment. Would a virtual keyboard be out of the question when using the Galaxy map? It certainly sounds non-trivial, but again, I don't know. Snixer. Whoa. Is there any chance ED will support NVIDIA Ansel? I don't know. Robert Maynard says, will Can Cobra take advantage of multi-core capability in terms of number of threads? Apparently it already does, and it's an ever-improving process, says Mark Adam. Thank you, Mark, for that. It's awesome. Birdie says, when will we see performance improvements for HTC Vive? Don't know. And W. Stevens says, will Elite support new high dynamic range standards arriving in this year? I couldn't possibly say. Can you see a trend here? In these I'm going to get to this very quickly.
DJ looks a little old.
Wow.
This is DJ Trusayer.
DJ Trusayer, you look experienced.
He does look experienced, isn't he?
He's
A
worldly.
little too experienced, DJ Trusayer.
Dynamic Bob asks, any update on console PC crossplay? Not at the moment. Crossplay is a cool concept, but it's clearly a big thing to do in terms of like political and business, not just technical.
Sandy, let me just double check something. It's 5-2, right? But
I can carry on. I actually can. Yeah.
Should we do like should we do another half an hour?
We can. Let's keep on going for a while because my voice hasn't broken at all. So.
No.
And I've got a couple of questions I'd like to get to actually.
Okay, yeah, no, you keep
before we run out.
As long as everybody at home's okay with.
Yeah, if you want me to quit now, just still put quit in the in chat, and then that can be ended.
Stop, then we will. But yeah, what I'm going to be doing is kicking people out. So, and then I'm going to invite some people in to come and say hello with their holomies. So come and join me, and we'll have a look at different people's holomies as we go.
Okay, so let's just get through these hardware questions.
Thank you.
So we got Flack says, can we expect any VR updates soon? Specifically, the commodity screen, the Galaxy map, left-hand panel are not curved as all other VR panels are. As a follow-up, is there any way to make them smoother rather than the current jagged, wonky view? Again, I'm really sorry. It's going to be an I don't know. We do love VR. We do support VR, but there are a lot of priorities that kind of juggle.
Look who's just joined us. It's Commander Karash. A good old classic Karash.
Classic. What's he look like? Sorry, I have to wait for this.
Yeah. I'll try not to distract Sandy, I promise.
Come on, Karash.
Come on.
Is he just invisible?
Come on, he's just the invisible man.
Oh.
Hey, it looks good.
Look at that.
Like
not bad.
Look like John.
Not bad.
I mean, Karash, sorry. It's pretty good. Yeah, very good.
I like it. So,
yeah.
This is the best one. Voyager 25. Have you thought about using GPU tessellation and displacement to further enhance planetary graphics? I was considering this earlier. Should we use GPU tessellation or should we not? And displacement, and the answer I came to was I haven't got a clue because it's super cool technical, so I don't know. Sorry.
So I thought you were joking.
Facina Oris says, any chance mouse users can get some control options love? Specifically, being able to toggle relative mouse with flight assist would be nice to make using flight assist off, not crippling in Super Cruise. That's actually a really good one. I'd have to look into that because I'm not sure. Sorry, I'm winging these questions now because I'm kind of out of most of them.
That's all right. No. You did say you got some more that you actually.
No, a couple I've got. Yeah, not these ones. So Six Axes says, any minimum specs are the minimum specs likely to increase with the release of 3.0 or 4? I don't know. I mean, in general, we don't like increasing, but sometimes, depending on what we're doing, it has happened in the past, I believe. So, don't know. Right, let's go to. Well, that one's not very interesting. Hang on, have I done those?
Come and show your hollow me.
Right, let's just go to this one. Let's try and get through a few more quick ones that are important. The Synoptic Vision, that's a good name. Can we know when you're planning to announce or release a date for the PS4 version of the game? I think you've already said it's Q2 we're saying at the moment, this year. Will it be linked to the 2.3 release? Yeah, in the sense that it will come full fat with everything up to 2.3, including 2.3.
And then
it will get 2.4 as a free update.
The Xbox.
It'll be a lockstep.
Tasman Summers, nice to see you.
Hello. I don't know what Tasman looks like though, so I don't know if that's...
Tasman, that's what Tasman looks like.
I think that's exactly what Tasman looks like. What we got? Will PS... Cookie says, Cookie 1970 will PS4 have share play option? I don't know. It's too early to say at the moment. I don't know. Docs Viper and any planned add-ons for the PS4 version, i.e. profile avatars for power play, logo ships, wallpapers, share, factory themes. Again, it's too early to say. Stormy UK says, can you go into more detail on the differences between PS4 and PS4 Pro? You said performance. Is this purely frame rates or are there graphical differences? I'm the wrong person to ask. I just know that it's improved performance. I believe frame rate is in there. I'm not sure about other options. Hopefully there'll be some more details close to launch, I would think. Will the Cobra 4 be available to PS4 players? If so, how?
Rax Minerva.
What do you reckon? Will it be?
That's good Rax Minerva. It's good Rax. Not Rax in real life.
Rax
I mean, I'm not
Minerva.
sure she's, you know.
That's
remember her hair
a
being
serious person. Look at that.
White.
So I do a Cobra 4 on
remember her being
PS4.
white at all, in
I don't
fact.
actually know the answer. Bookmarks.
That's my
DJ Arglex says, will bookmarks for planet stations ever be shown on the radar and Super Cruiser navigation panel? It's a really nice idea. And you've also said, are there any plans to allow players to bookmark persistent things like red sites, tourist beacons? It's a good idea. They both fall into the finesse. I suspect they're possible. When, if we get time to do them, I couldn't say, but good ideas. Akarana says, could we get droppable beacons to bookmark specific coordinates, locations? We do want this, but again, and we've wanted this for a little while, but it's finding the right time and feature to slide it in with. But yeah, it's a great idea. We agree. Stinger!
Can I just say...
That's just a great name, Stinger!
Can I just say as well, I really want to do like a show where we invite someone on, they come in and we go, hey caller, what's the name, where you calling from? My name's Commander Spaceman, and I want to say thank you, Sandy. That'd be amazing. We could like the actual call-ins, like random joins.
That sounds really
scary.
You'd need one of those switches, delayed action
we
switches.
need somebody to, oh, look at this guy. Hello.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's a luxurious beard you've got there.
Mm-hmm.
That's clearly hipster. It's awesome.
Mm-hmm. We like
Stinger says, can we get enhancement to bookmark organisation, e.g. folders, grouping, tagging, etc. Colours. Again, these are great ideas. All these bookmark ones. I'd like to say yes, but I can't because I don't know when if we'll get time to do them. But they're all good ideas. There's no bad ideas in there.
Sorry, I'm just trying to control the ship at the same time.
Mark Hicks says, will we ever see explicit links between powers and factions and powers in the background simulation? There are actually, weirdly, this is an interesting one. There are some links between them. The powers do impart various law changes. As for going further, we'll have to wait and see. I don't know, is the answer to that one. Rogue 1474 says, any plans to develop player minor factions into something more involved? Never know. Nothing to announce at the moment. Cobra 1984 says, is the persistence of NPCs between instances as good as it's ever likely to get? No, we would like to see that improve. Xac, or maybe it's a silent K, Zach. Any plans to voice the NPC text in messages such as, I'm going to boil you up? It would be cool. It's actually quite an extensive thing to do that, and you've got to be really careful. You have to work out what you're going to voice and what you're not. It would be awesome. There are no plans at the moment, but you know, who knows?
Okay. Is it time for a quick? Well, can you give me the time, please? Have you got it on your watch? 8 o'clock. Okay, yes. Maybe it's time for the next image. Just a quick little break. Have a sip of water, please, Sandy.
Oh yeah,
Please.
sorry.
Thank you. I know
I'm
that you're
gonna be
not
like
a huge
filled with
water
water. I don't
fan.
normally drink water.
I know you don't, which is
My cheeks are so
strange.
red.
No, they're not. I don't know what you're talking about. Commander Malik.
I've got
That's
blur,
Greek
especially.
Commander Malik. Thank
Hello,
you,
Commander Malik.
for joining us in.
Oh,
in
he
our-
looks really kind of like.
He's cool, isn't
Yes, imperious, I would say.
he?
Commander
He's
Malik.
a little bit full of himself, I would say.
I wouldn't say that.
Well,
But he's
look at him. You say what? You say
Yeah.
all right.
What's this? Is this something else I'm happy about?
Yeah, this is something else. Again, we've been trying to
Look
keep
at that
Sandy
depth of
happy.
field. How cool is that depth of field?
It's very cool.
Sandy's
We've been
hand.
trying to keep Sandy happy, answering questions, and so got making sure he takes a break every now and again. So I've shown him so far. He had the Fritz Kohler. He likes Fritz Kohler. We've had America.
America!
Look at us, we're in
Adopt
America.
me!
There's an American. Nice look. I'm looking at America. I'm looking out over at America.
I love America.
Oh, that's very nice over here. And then we've had the space load.
Yeah, but with my face.
Yeah, but don't worry about the face.
Not saying on the face.
All right.
But it's got like a
And
space
the
load
hat,
with
you
a
like
kind
the
of
hat, right?
Hispanic hat, yeah.
All right, and then
Yeah.
for the fourth thing that you like, and I've put
Where
this.
did you do this?
Put this behind. I put this behind us.
Okay.
Sweets. You like
Oh,
sweets, don't
gosh.
you? And we're in a sweet shop.
Yeah, you know what? That's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We can make it look
They're
even
like really
more
good jars and everything.
like that. Oh, they're big now. They're a bit distorted, but that doesn't feel like you're surrounded, like you're in a sweet shop and you're surrounded.
I feel like I'm in a sweet shop.
Yeah. Well, there you go. Does that make you feel happy?
I did tell you
All
make me
right.
feel happy.
Does that mean that you're ready to answer a few more
I am.
questions?
Look at this, another supporter.
Go, go, go.
I need the chat back up though,
Oh, that's a good point.
just in case.
Oh, I boosted by accident. There you go.
Scott Manley station voice hype. Oh my god, that would be good. Hello.
Hello,
Oh,
Scott Manley.
I love your accent,
Hello,
Scott Manley.
Manley.
Forgive me
Is
my
Scott Manley here?
transgressions, but
Hello,
I don't
Scott
know.
Manley,
But
Scott Manley.
even if he isn't, I love his accent. Right, more questions. Andovar. Hang on, have I done those? No, I haven't done it yet. Whoa, this is good.
I've got a specific person. Oh, Coots is coming in. Coots is one of our original moderators, but also somebody I know in real life as well. Keep going.
Okay, right, sorry. Voyager 25 says, I don't know if I've got this wrong, but anyway, if there is life on one part of the planet, wouldn't that life spread out to other parts and adapt to different environment conditions, even if this planet has no atmosphere?
Scott Manley.
I guess it could. Remember though, we are simulating a game, not complete real life in space. So I'm not sure how much of that we could get, but it sounds plausible. Duck of Death says, will the background Duck of Death? Nice. That's from Unforgiven, I think. Will the background simulation in Colonia and the player integration ever evolve to have their actions affect the commander positively and negatively from their work for a faction?
It's a strange question. You've got an answer written there, but
no, I haven't got that. No.
Oh, sorry, it's one above. Yeah.
Not sure. I'd have to check with Stephen on that one. Barky Mad says, any news on Tier 1 NPCs? Nothing to announce at the moment, but I believe what you mean when you say Tier 1 NPCs will be highly persistent NPCs. Forgive me if I got that wrong, that's why I couldn't understand it. That's what I understand it as though. SafetyBot says on Reddit, will there be a way for player groups and others to attract megaships to systems for a certain amount of time, for example, via community goals? It's been discussed, apparently. It's being discussed. We don't have any ETA. And we'd obviously have to work out why you'd want to attract them and what kind of things you'd do, but it's a cool idea.
People are joining faster than I can.
That's good.
Invite people.
Commander GTR 2014. Are there any chance of getting NPCs in CG systems in trade ships to carry cargo for CG? It's a good idea. I think it would require some work. So no plans at the moment, but yeah, depending on what the CG was, we might end up supporting it more. Delta MG says, learn background sim may be long in Elite. A PS4 player may not be aware of the tutorial about background sims made by communities in the forum. Will the interface of the game evolve in the future to bring more precision about background simulation in the game? We're always interested in accessibility.
And tutorials in general.
And tutorials in general.
Yeah.
I can't talk in specifics.
We actually have a system whereby we, with new players get on board, or we're planning on this, like an onboarding thing where we, of course, email, like I can say this from the community side of things, where we email people to say, hey, welcome, here's a load of resources for you, including the Galactic Academy, which is one thing that we support.
And in fairness, we can only do that because I imagine the stellar support we've had from the community.
Yeah, oh, absolutely.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah, no, it's only because of what you guys do, and we want to make that easier and more accessible for people, but like automatic emails that go to people to say, hey, go here if you need help, those sorts of things. But also that should be in game, and I do agree with that. I genuinely do. I think that the starting, we want more commanders like you guys here to be joining us on these streams and stuff, and joining us in the game. And I think one way to do that is to very cool. Yeah. One way to do that is to make it accessible. I think that's something that. Go on, you finish.
No, I just parrot exactly what you said. I think it's a really great idea. We love it. We want to make it accessible. We want to keep the community with us. We want to use the community's help when they offer it.
And there have been improvements to the tutorials.
And there will be ongoing improvements, I believe.
Yeah, that's right.
Right, okay. Andovar says, are the chain missions linear or branching? At the moment, they're kind of linear, but branches are possible. Watch this space in the future. Stefan IS says, can we get some juicy missions, juicy missions which require the commander to use specific small ships? I really like this idea personally. Nothing to announce at the moment, but I do think that's it's a cool idea. I think potentially nothing technically is stopping us from doing that, but obviously it's time and resources. SafetyBot says, does Colonia fight with the bubble for CG slots? Non-expansion initiative. If so, is there a chance Colonia could be given its own CG slot? Clearly, there's an amount of time allocated to Colonia stuff and bubble stuff. As Colonia is getting more populated, I think it's fair to say you can expect to see some more Colonia stuff in the future. I think we've got a CG coming in April, for example. I've been told by Steve Kirby. So watch this space. I think remember Colonia is only just.
Is that, I don't think we've said that before.
Yeah,
I don't know if it's been said before.
Apparently,
but yes.
apparently it's okay to say it.
No, that's great.
So
that's a good bit of info, like FCG for Colonia. Which
I think that as Colonia,
very exciting.
As Colonia is only just starting to become populated.
I'm there right now in Colonia in Ed's 38's faction. Ed's 38.
I like it. Ed 38.
In the WNL system. The WNL system. It's named after
Janessa LeRae.
No, I'm very lucky to have the WNL system.
WNL.
WNL. It's a lot. Anyone
It's an
who
in
watches
thing, isn't
the
it?
streams that I do in the day will understand it. It's great. It's awesome.
Sixes says, are there any plans to put full motion video audio into the mission board process in the future? There aren't any plans at the moment. Nothing to announce at the moment for that one. Starfire, rev me up. That's a great name. Do unpaid fines, bounties, speeding tickets, etc. affect the quality, quantity of missions given in said location? No, they don't. Cubed, when favours get added, will we be able to request mission rewards for specific materials commodities? If we do add them, that is a very valid consideration that we will take, that we'll have a look at. That long name, sorry, Sixi Jika AU Captain Ijika, something, awesome name. Will Colonia faction give player passenger missions for exploring tourist beacons nearby? Sagittarius, for example, they currently give missions to the Old Bubble and Jax only. Again, a lot of this is due, there's no reason why they couldn't, and they shouldn't, but Colonia is very sparse at the moment, so it's kind of geography is making sure that those missions don't particularly appear, but as it becomes more populated, there's no reason why that won't happen.
Don't look at the name. Don't look at the name, just look at the face. Who is it? Somebody you know very well.
Is it someone from the gap?
Somebody who is very close to you.
But not you?
But not me.
Very close. Oh, hang on, is this Steve Kirby?
It's Steve Kirby!
Steve Kirby!
Steve Kirby!
Just call him Wendy!
Just call him Wendy.
Well, I got it. There you are.
Did,
I didn't, and I literally haven't seen that before.
Yeah.
I like the way that, just like in real life, he was kind of ignoring me, like looking in the air. I love you, Steve Kirby. Right.
Amazing.
Okay, more questions. DJ Arglex. Any plans to introduce a way of quickly swapping loadouts for a particular ship? So nice idea, probably not a trivial interface change, no plans at the moment. He also asks, any plans to increase the storage limit for modules weapons? We might, that's something that we always keep an eye on. So there's not been any kind of major explosion that's caused us to look at it at the moment, but that's not to say that we might not do it in the future, especially if we have more stuff. Stefan OS says, any plans to remove the module requirement for docking computer or extend it to an undocking computer as well? No. DM Stubb says, any plans for other types of locked modules in addition to combat passenger, such as exploration? So this is the idea that there are passenger slots. Some ships, specialised ships, have passenger slots where you can only put passenger modules. Some ships have military slots that you can only put military modules. I really like this idea, and I think it's working really well. So I would love to see it expand out to maybe explorers. Who knows? Smuggling, piracy, whatever. So it's definitely doable, and we just need to get the right modules for them. And something I would be kind of eternally fighting for, but no ETAs, no guarantees, because it's Blandro, no Remarco.
Blandro, no, don't. You've just done it.
I love that name.
You've just done it.
What?
We've never
Oh, we've never said that name before.
That was a thing that we used to say to Sandy as a joke, but now that you've said it,
well, don't say it again.
Let's find out if people pick up.
They won't.
Blandro.
Right.
You've doomed yourself, Sandy.
Damn, I've got to find my space now as well.
You've doomed yourself.
Here you are. Right. Yes. So,
no.
Infidel Deity. Will we get heatsink, chaff, or point defense synthesis? I really want this. I think we do want it. It's a matter of timing and resources. Stinger again, can we please have multi-function limpet controllers? Basically, one that is a fuel transfer and a repair, for example. It would require a bit of work. I don't think it's technically impossible. Maybe. It comes under the same kind of format as, the same question as combi scanners, combi modules. There are some interesting questions that it raises when you start putting them together about why you'd ever get single ones. But it's a very interesting concept. Right. Any plans to make hate me! Any plans to make limpet ammo that don't require cargo? No. Cargo space. Any plans to make them restockable via synthesis? Yeah, I really would like to see that.
Kind of. A couple of people might have picked up on it.
Yeah, okay, maybe. That's fine. I actually quite like that. I actually quite like that name anyway.
It's funny.
It's a good name.
It is funny. Blandro Remark.
Better than the names I give people. Right. Master Chief X343 says, during the beta for 2.203, it was mentioned that the big three will be getting an increase to their hull amount. Will they receive this in 2.3? I think maybe crosswise, it's not as much a hull amount increase, it's their armour value for hull is getting an increase, and it has had an increase in 2.3 beta, and it's significant.
Hold on a minute.
Against, especially, so it's against small weapons.
That's me, isn't it?
Is it you?
It's me. He's using my...
Brilliant.
Get out, Billstone.
So what else we got? We've got Alan251. From what I've seen of the beta videos, plasma accelerators can wipe 50% of your shields with one shot, and shield boosters are nerfed. How is this in any way balanced? In air quotes. More like open season for NPCs on the big ships. Right, so I do want to address this, and I'm sorry, I don't mean to take the mic, but I do enjoy some of these when the posts get passionate. Right, so it all depends on the shields that you're using, the plasma accelerators that are being used, the number of plasma accelerators that are being used, the engineered nature of the shields and of the plasma accelerators. If you get stock shields and you get large plasma accelerators, yeah, you can hammer them, but believe me, large shields are still very effective. NPCs especially, it won't be just ripping you to pieces with these changes. You won't be in God mode if you were used to running around with 6, shield boosters. Your shields will be a lot weaker, but the NPCs were never balanced for that increased massive shield. So actually, it's just bringing it back in line to what it kind of should have been in the first place. Again, we take these balance changes. I mean, there's lots of interesting feedback in the forums. Thank you very much for everyone who's been taking part in that. Please, if you're in the beta, test them. We really want to get your playtest experience, because it's a game test speaks 1,000 words. The theory crafting is great, but there are a lot of agendas going on, and we just want to get to the nub of it and get to the actual meat of how these changes feel when you're playing them. So we do take it very seriously, which is why this is the second beta where we're trying more or less the same changes. We kind of think they're the right thing to do, but we want the feedback. Andy Pipkin, that sounds so cute. Any reason why plasma accelerators don't exist in Class 1 to help out small ships versus big ones? We just kind of didn't want them to be in Class 1. We didn't want there to be a kind of plethora of plasma accelerators. It would be a little bit unbalancing, we think. Cagman says, have there been any thoughts? I love the way I go, I'm very angry on my names,
I've not
aren't I?
noticed. I've not.
It's like you and your hammer axe drop.
I don't do this.
And I don't go, Cagman. Have there been any thoughts on allowing weaponless ships to have the ability to have stronger shields compared to fully kitted out combat ship? No, not really. I guess what you're kind of saying there is, like, instead of a hard point, you have like an extra shield generator or something. No kind of plans for that at the moment. Tall Sword. Will capital ships' weapons have the same penetration value, or will it be adjusted to the new changes for the big three? That's a really good point. We'll have to check. They probably haven't been changed at the moment, but we'll have to see if they do need to be.
Quick mention to Scott Manley, who was in the chat.
Hey, hello, Scott Manley.
Hello, Scott Manley.
Sorry, I do apologise. I can't help it.
Scott Manley.
Scott Manley's name is addictive.
Scott Manley.
Oh, hello. Fly safe, Commander.
Hello, it's Scott Manley.
I'm so rubbish at it as well. Okay, yes, shout out.
Hello.
Hello.
Thanks for joining
Love
us.
your videos.
We do enjoy it. He says hello.
Hello.
Which
hello.
we enjoy.
Oh, that's too cool. Right, okay. Shall I do the
Scott, do you want
questions
to come
about...
and join us on... If you made your hollow me yet, you can come and join us in the...
Get in there.
If not, well, let me know. Send me a friend request, Scott, if you're in there. If you've done it already. If not, we'll arrange it. We'll do a little interview. We'll get you on. You can be the first community caller on the, if you'd like to be.
Right, so I'm going to be horrible, and I'm going to briefly skip some ship visuals and livery questions, because a lot of the ship livery questions, they're kind of they're a little bit outside my remit, and I'd just be saying, like a broken record saying, not sure, I have to find out. Yeah, so I'm going to skip those for a moment, if maybe come back to them, but I doubt it. So what else have we got?
He's at work anyway, okay.
No. Can we please have a Space Lodge bobblehead? I'd love one, but, I think there was a petition. I guess not enough people got into it.
Goldan says, I can't get the hang of engineers, need more help. Well, there's so many people in this chat that could help you out. If you look for a Discord channel that is called the Galactic Academy, there's so many people in there that will help you out. We've just been joined by a community favourite here. Harry Potter is
in the ship. Let's have a look at Harry Potter. I'm interested. Have you seen Harry Potter before?
I've never seen his Harry before. Anyway, do please help out the person who asked that question. Somebody post a link to...
That's the image I had in mind.
Yeah, that's amazing. That's amazing. Well done, Harry Potter.
Yeah, I'd say, kudos for that. That's actually really... That's
if you could help that person out by posting a link to the Galactic Academy in there, that'd be really good.
Horizon season update questions. Let's have a quick look at these. Only a couple of these. Sprux says, can the roles, playstyles, search function of Multicrew be applied to Wings in future? E.g., wing up with people for the same kind of gameplay style like bounty hunting, illegal piracy. Maybe. It doesn't work quite the same in Wings in that you have to get to the same place. So it might be a little bit redundant, but in theory, it's a cool idea. And Roost Rat says, are we going to be able to land on atmosphere, less lava planets before Season 3? No comment on that.
Well.
I don't actually know. Engineers, will we ever be able to use favours to adjust engineer upgrade stats, not merely just weapon special effects? Interesting concept. We'd have to think about this. I've not considered that. Cookie 1970 says, engineer special effects, have you considered having these as a dedicated engineer blueprint and eliminate random special effects? No, because you can always kind of call in the favour to get the effect that you want at the end of the day. Just you might get a good one on your when you first create it. Coram Jalen Israel. Are there any improvements in the works for engineering to remove RNG, for example, duplicate mod for other weapons, and/or increase material data cost for the chances of better results? I wouldn't want to rule out ways that are further modifying the results from engineers. I don't think it would be right. I still don't think it would be right to completely remove the unpredictability nature. There is a reason that it's in there. It's not in there for no reason. But again, going forward, like exploration, like other things, couldn't say when. I can't say that we will do it, and I can't say when if we were going to do it. But there's no system that we see as sacrosanct as this is totally finished. It's absolutely right. If we can think of ways to improve it in the future, and the timing is right with the resources, yeah, why not? Who knows? Kenneth McGrew says, will there be mining laser engineer blueprints? There might be in the future, but I don't know. Yeah, again, mining. Will we go back to mining? I'd like to think that we could think about it, but I couldn't give you any promises or ETA.
Anybody's asking the name of the account, there it is, Commander E.C. Lewis. It's actually my personal account.
Commander Harry Potter says, are there any plans for balancing the Cascade rail? We do want to look at railguns, but we can only bite so much per update. So it would have been just a little bit too much on our plate. But we do want to look at railguns and the Cascade effect. So watch this space. Maybe 2.4, maybe later.
People saying, what's up with that face, Harry? The Harry Potter's Holony. Very good.
And the person's name I can't say says, wants the Panther Clipper to arrive? Why? What is it with the Panther Clipper? Someone needs to tell me.
People want new ships.
New ships, but the Panther Clipper? Okay. Let's get some more questions quickly.
I think they just like big ships.
2.4 questions. What? Let's have a quick look at these. What's the future of Multicrew for the upcoming updates? 2.4, 3 and beyond. I'm not going to tell you because we just want to get 2.3 out the door first. Please let us have 2.3. Sensei25 says, Steve Kirby said everything wasn't ready on time. Any plans for a patch between 2.3 and 2.4? I wouldn't want to say. I don't actually know. It's fair to say though we do have stuff that we're still working on, stuff that maybe we wanted to get in and couldn't. So the game carries on being made all the time. It's one of the awesome things about it, really. BPOR Bopper. Why can't we just view engineer schematics remotely? Pinning system is lame. I'm sorry, Bopper. There's technical reasons. It isn't. Again, I think it's impossible. There are technical reasons why we implemented it that way. I would like to say in the future that we would have a way of looking at more blueprints. It's lower priority compared to some of the other stuff that we're looking at. But it's a valid question, totally valid question.
Completely.
Soon TM says, can you please confirm that 2.4 will not be combat related? Of course I can't confirm that. I can't even confirm 2.4. Well, it's probably 2.4. Look, I'm not confirming anything. I confirm or deny nothing.
I think you could probably confirm 2.4.
I confirm 2.4. That's it.
I think we can probably get away with that.
General plans. DJ Arglex says, is there interest in a planned rerun of the ship transfer time poll? No. We might change the times, we might change the amounts, but we got the information that we wanted. Thank you very much for everyone who took part. We got the information we wanted to kind of clear our way, to allow us to understand, kind of make us clarify our own position. So we're kind of done with that for Although we might, like say, the times itself, we might change, but it wouldn't be through a poll. Dagbar says, any plans to implement a radio function into Elite? Wouldn't that be cool? There are no plans at the moment, but that's a cool idea. Not going to lie. Barking Mad says, did the current iteration of multi-crew rule out any future ability to crew a ship when you can physically walk around aboard play vessels? No, of course it doesn't. If we have, at some point in the future, walking around in the ships, why wouldn't you be able to use multi-crew? Maybe you'd be able to do other features as well. That's what my reasoning would be.
Wait, what?
But I'm not agreeing to anything. I'm just saying, hypothetically speaking, if we were to have,
my Twitch is happening. My eye twitch.
Yeah, exactly. I'll be very careful what I say.
Nerve-wracking information.
I like sailing close to the wind.
Please stop.
Right,
No,
so
I'm joking.
Moet Diver. Any plans to create areas for heavily engineered ships above and beyond the difficulty of the current assassination missions Hazres?
Excuse me.
Yes, I hope there is. I can't give an ETA or a guarantee, obviously, because it's me. But it's something we definitely like to see. We would definitely like to see that. But the top level engineered ships are incredibly potent, and we do have ideas about ways that we can get some cool gameplay for them. Blip says, with credits being easy to come by for wings and multi-crewed ships, will there ever be a hard mode introduced for either AI difficulty, credit earning, or difficulty, or both? Probably not. But look, we do want to create some cool challenges for everyone, a good range. Darkfire99 says, when is there going to be an Iron Man mode? There are no plans at the moment. That was one, so for anyone who doesn't know, that was part of the initial design decision forum. A long time ago, we talked about the concept of an Iron Man mode where when you died, it was game over and you have to start again. It's like a old school hardcore type of gameplay. Yeah. I think it would be really cool. I think there are lots of issues. It's just one of those things that, as many things in the DDF, we kind of grew out of it, and it's now kind of sidelined. It's not saying that we're closing the door entirely, but there are no plans for it at the moment.
Time for 2 more questions, please.
Okay, right. I think it was going to say time for a break.
But
I'm going to have one now because you said. Oh, you've started me on this road.
Do you want another custard cream?
Yeah. I'm greedy. I'm terrible.
So terrible. Got 2 custard creams.
I think it's my third. And they're all broken.
I'll have one too. Could do a biscuit review.
Right, leave that down. I'm going to do a couple of questions first. What do we got?
Custard cream.
Alex Brentnell. Thanks again, Alex Brentnell, for all the help on the forums compiling this list. Could Frontier, maybe after the Q&A live stream, publish a list of things that are considered placeholders or desired areas for development? This could be done without spoiling anything or promising anything, but will give players an idea of what areas are planned to be improved down the line, presumably allowed to both speculate and suggest. I totally understand where you're coming from, but absolutely no way. The effort involved in getting that, we like to be very fast and agile and responsive. Development's a very complicated process. It would end in tears. So unfortunately, that's unlikely. And also, there are so many different moving parts: development, marketing, PR, and all the rest of it. It would just be a giant job for, at the end of the day, very little gain and possibly a lot of pain.
Sorry, while Sandy was answering that question, so you might have heard some crunching. I'm sorry about that.
Oh right, of course, yeah.
It's crunching away.
I find it. It makes fun to eat. Roostrat says, is there any chance of having more foreign characters implemented in the game, specifically Polish characters, but of course some other languages too? This is for character names. I would like that actually, but I don't know. I mean, the names is just a big names list.
Is that what he means?
Oh, well, I'm assuming that's what he means. Sorry if that's not what you mean. I do apologise.
Custard creams.
I don't know why I find that funny, but I do.
Well, just
the way custard creams. They're fantastic. Cole Wraith says, will the gold anaconda ever come back for sale? Ed? Will the gold anaconda ever come back for sale? You can blame Steve Kerber for this, by the way. Dropping you in it. Okay, what are you thinking about that? Will the other limited chip skins ever come back for sale?
It
E.g.
depends.
Chrome Silver.
It all depends on how it was worded at the time. So if we said that it was going to be a one-off sale, it will be a one-off sale. We have records of which ones were one-off and which ones were not. I would have to double-check those for you.
Sorry, it might be Polish characters. Yeah, I could have read that completely wrong. It could be Polish, just like Cyrillic or Polish characters and things like that.
Characters
that's probably what everyone meant. So sorry, whoever went. Oh my God!
Characters as in like Russian.
As in
like
alpha. As in alpha
Polish,
numeric.
Yeah. Characters. Yeah.
I would like that as well, but I don't know. That's when.
Let me
2.4
double
cancelled.
We had it. There was a point when we put some paint jobs out, as limited edition, and then we put them back up again, and people weren't very happy about it because they bought them based on the idea that they would be limited. So we're very careful about what we do put out because we want those people. We don't want
Well, if we say something's limited, we want to be true to our word.
So let me double check on that. I think we try not to say that anything is just a one-off.
Yeah.
But at some point, perhaps. If the demand is high enough.
Hello, Commander Kuiper.
Yeah, Commander Kuiper's been here for ages.
Boosting.
Whoa, boosting.
He looks very impressed with that.
All right.
Okay, will ever get Braben Bobblehead ever make a return, or has it been permanent banned? The same thing applies. Can we get the windshield smudges removed from the external camera?
I was going to comment on that myself. I will show you what they mean by that.
Go on, show me. I think I know, but
maybe potentially an option to kind of choose whether you have it on or not. Look, so you can see there's like almost like smudge lines there on the.
That is a question for the likes of Chris Gregory and the Awesome Art team.
It's supposed to make it feel cinematic, I feel.
Yeah.
But I can kind of.
Yeah. So the answer to that was I don't know really.
I will follow up on that.
I've got to answer this next one, even though I'm going to be saying no for now. I do apologise. But Hurricane says, any chance for Hollow Me to bobblehead converter? E.g. buy a mannequin bobblehead and have a one-time button to apply the current Hollow Me to as a permanent design. I just want to say that's a great idea. I've no idea whether we can do it or not. It sounds hideously complicated. But I just want to say, well done for an awesome idea. That would be brilliant.
Two more.
Let's do a couple more. Yeah. Yamik said, can we get some?
To do more Q&As? Look, you guys come along to these. If you want us to do more Q&As like these, if Sandy can handle them.
If I can handle
as in,
You can handle the truth.
I can't give the exact date of when it's coming, but I think.
Maybe. Who knows?
We'll talk about it tomorrow. We'll talk about it off stream.
Can we get some different interiors for Viper 4, Cobra 4, Killback, Diamondback Explorer, the ships that are based off some base ships? It's a lot of work. So I'm not saying no, never, but nothing planned at the moment. Martin Shue says, would it be possible to get packs of paint colours that apply to all ships and vehicles instead of a pack for one ship? That's more of a question for Ed, really. I've no idea, and it's not.
I was too excited talking to the chat. Alex Brentnall's confirmed that we've broken the record for questions answered.
Oh, awesome! Would we ever consider doing getting a colour pack for ships that instead of apply to one ship, it's a colour that gets applied to all ships? I don't know is the answer to that.
Again,
nice idea.
It is a nice idea, and of course we do. We know that that's the kind of thing that the community want. We of course add those to consideration.
Am I going back to front? This is really weird. Right.
One more question.
One more question.
Oh no! I picked a good one last time.
Okay. I'm gonna crunch my biscuit. Any idea on repair limpets? I want repair limpets. I believe they're in schedule somewhere, but I don't know when. But we want them. Give us a blatant lie or a pitiful truth. Wow. Tav. What? That's harsh, isn't it? I don't do blatant lies. I do subtle lies. You can't tell.
I don't know if you've answered this one, and I'm really, really sorry if you haven't, but I don't remember you saying Sprux.
Yeah, well, Sprux, there are multiple people who ask multiple questions. Let's do it.
Roles and play styles of multi-crew being applied to wings in future.
Already answered that one. Think again.
Oh, I was too busy looking at the computer screen. Which one have
Melvin Brenner says, you can't handle the non-specific, non-guaranteed truth. Unfortunately, yeah.
Boy.
You, my favourite deputy.
Brian K says, what's your favourite colour?
Yellow. No, blue. No, I don't. Actually. It is actually yellow. There you are.
You panicked for a second. No.
I think some people in the chat will know the reference.
Somebody, Alex Brentnall says, thanks for the power play decals. I'll read some statements.
Oh, yeah, no, go on.
I'll read some statements. Alex Brentnall from the forum says, thanks for the power play decals. Sensei25 says, explorers are desperate to have new tools and content. DJ Arglex says that blocking a player should not cause them to de-instance with you solely because a hostile player group intent and damaging background simulations can abuse the feature to avoid intervention. His face. That was amazing. This one here, blocking a player.
It's a good point.
It's a good point. It's a good point. There you go. So that's kind of so you can almost say, yes, I will look into that.
Yes, I'll look into that. Commander Ash Poker says,
enough.
Do you practice being vague? It just comes natural.
We've been spending.
There you are. European and African.
What do you think of the pedestrianisation of Norwich City Centre?
It sounds like long overdue to me.
No, it's
is it bad?
It's an Alan Partridge.
Oh right.
I for one think
the only Anna
it's-
Partridge thing I remember is smell my cheese.
Smell my cheese, yeah. All right, so everybody, please say thank you to Sandy Samarco for being absolutely awesome tonight, for beating the record. Not sure how many questions he answered, but I'm sure Alex Brentnell can confirm. Again, we like doing these. Again, we like being as transparent as we possibly can with you guys.
I'm
Really
literally
beat
transparent at the
faces.
moment, in fact.
Well, yeah, you got to say, yeah. Ooh.
Yeah.
We do really enjoying it. Yeah, so I want to say thank you to everybody. Thank you to the Zorse. The Zorse is cool.
The sauce is pretty good, actually, isn't it? It's
And thank
cute.
you. Look, yes, everybody, thank you.
Thank you very much.
And we do like to be transparent with you as much as possible, so please be respectful and understanding if sometimes we're transparent about things that we currently believe is the truth, and then sometimes those things do
Sometimes they're not.
change.
Yes.
But that's because of the relationship that we have with the community.
Does Ricky Gervais know that we've stolen his voice? Do I sound like Ricky Gervais?
You've said that, but people have said that to you about you before.
I sound like Ricky Gervais. I don't know how to take that.
No,
If Ricky Gervais, if sounding like Ricky Gervais is a good thing,
Then
yes, I
it's
do.
great.
The trouble is, when I speak very quickly, I lose any pretense at kind
Yeah.
of my telephone posh accent.
Well,
The slower I speak, the more refined I can make myself sound.
Well, yeah. Moving on. We want to do more of these things where we can come on and talk to you guys on Thursday. Bit more of a sort of relaxed thing. We're just going to be playing some CQC. I'm going to drag a developer on here so you can kill them. We might jump in, or we might just get a guest developer to come on and play some multi-crew. Join you guys. We'll bring some people into the ship again, like we did tonight, but it'll be a much more relaxed thing. Bring
Chill.
on developers, yeah, a bit more chill thing. We'll maybe play some half an hour CQC, and then after that we'll jump in, do some multi-crew, just
like
for
it.
a bit of fun. Because it's nice. Multi-crew is a nice thing. We can jump in different people's ships.
That's the whole point.
Yeah, and so that means we can get lots of people playing. We can check out your ship, check out your setup, check out your Hollow Me, have a nice time. So we'll do that. We'll do a bit of that.
I've got my mum's I'm wearing my mum's curtains apparently as well. I think he means the awesome dress for the weather you want, not the weather you have shirt.
Sandy, the last thing, we've got one more thing to say.
Yeah,
Thank you again, and thanks everyone for being respectful of Sandy and Sandy's time.
Thank you very
here.
much for watching and for supporting
and
the game.
You did really well. You did a lot of answers.
Well,
I know, as you said, a lot of it is Blandro no Remarco. But
yes.
Unfortunately,
I would
the
just like to
way
thank
it
all the
is.
people for sending in the questions, because they were really top-notch questions this time. You guys are getting better each time. No, these were awesome. A scary amount, and there's still loads that I didn't get through.
we're all getting better each time.
It's awesome.
It's
all
wasn't
great.
It weird doing it in here where it's not PAX show floor, really loud. I feel like it's strangely quiet in here. All right. One last thing before we do leave, of course. There's one last thing to make you feel better about yourself.
Oh, really?
One last thing that you really like.
Okay.
And I'm going to bring up the screen a little bit bigger for you. Are you ready?
Yeah,
It is, and here it is. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Oh,
What the? Hey!
it is.
Well,
Hendrix. And on that note, ladies and gentlemen,
Hendrix
it's
time!
Hendrix time! See you later, guys. Have a nice night, and yeah, we will see you very soon. Come by on Thursday, 7 p.m. GMT, same time, for a bit more of a relaxed stream, and perhaps another Q&A session about the beta in the near future. All right. See you soon, guys. Bye-bye!